Hello everybody, it's Rich here with the low noise of high-heeled Skidz, which is a play on this Traffic album. The low spark of high-heeled boys. Jason Skilz, he is doing a contest. He was trying to push to 300. He's past 300 now, and I thought I would enter. And it's 3 questions of 3's. Most people are showing 3 albums. I got a stack here. The first thing he wants you to do is show a band or an artist whose 3rd album you really like. And this is the first one that came to my mind. It's Faces, A Nod is as Good as a Wink to a Blind Horse. This is a fantastic album. Side 1 of this is a perfect side, I think. Side 2, the Memphis song by Chuck Berry, it kind of drags a little bit. It's not bad, but other than that, man, this is a perfect album. Fantastic, dude. Rod Stewart and the Boys. Just great album. 1971. Another great album that came out in 1971 is Master of Reality by Black Sabbath. I think their first album is still my favorite, but this is a close second. And I just dig this album, man. Sweet Leaf and Children of the Grave. Fantastic. Another band, I'm pretty sure this is their 3rd album. It's the Gap Band 3. I don't know how the first 2 are. I don't have them. I have this one and I have 4 by them. And I do have some 12-inch singles. This is the one that has Burn Rubber on Me. Fantastic. Funk. Another band who's, I think their debut was fantastic, and it made my best punk list. Their 2nd album, not so much, but their 3rd album is a classic. And it's The Clash, London Calling. Great album. It's got a diverse types of music on it. But it's got one of my favorite songs by them, Hateful. I just dig this. And even London Calling, even though it's been played out, people kind of just take it for granted how, just listen to the song and the guitars in it. It's just a fantastically well played song. And it's a great album. Another band whose first album, it has great songs. Then it has some songs that are not really that good, to be quite honest. Their 2nd album, the one side was live and one side was studio. It's a really good album. But I like their 3rd album. I'm not going to say it's better than the 2nd, but I like it just as much. And it's The Exploited, Let's Start a War, said Maggie one day. Here's a picture of the band. A lot of people don't realize it, but Waddy had it was signed in his contract. He had to have a mohawk. Another band whose their first 2 albums are fantastic. Their 3rd album is fantastic. And they're all different. And it's the Beastie Boys, Check Your Head. Just a great album. It has samples in it, but the samples are not, the songs aren't based on the samples. The samples are kind of just added on top of what's already there. And they play their own instruments in this, similar to what they did in their punk days. And really good album. Beastie Boys. Now next, and this could have been my 3-piece. Didn't think about that until just right now. The next thing he wants you to do is show a band that's a 3-piece. And first one is Cream. This is their first album, Fresh Cream. This was, I guess you could say, the first supergroup. Got Eric Clapton, Jack Bruce, and Ginger Baker, who could be maybe the best drummer in rock, or best drummer ever, man. And this is their 2nd album. I thought I would show this one too. This has just got a fantastic psychedelic cover. And it's got one of the best psychedelic songs on it, Sunshine of Your Love. I thought I would show them, even though Eric Clapton is a dick. The next 3-piece is Blue Cheer. Fingibus Eruptum. Hey, I think I said it right this time. Fantastic. I remember when I first heard this, I only liked the Summertime Blues. I didn't really like the rest of the album. My cousin Guy had this. God bless his soul. He just passed away, I think, last month. And I didn't really care for it. But now, listening to it now, man, it's just a fantastic, hard-hitting album. Fantastic. Talk about a hard-hitting band. Got Grand Funk. This is their second album. The Red Album is how I call it. Their first album has kind of a... It's like a mixed bag of some hard-hitting, hard rock, and some kind of psyche stuff. I don't like it as much as this. The vocals don't they don't fit the type of songs that are on side one. Just to me, you know, I could be, you know, maybe I'm an idiot. And look at that, man. How cute are the boys there, you know? Doesn't one of them have? Yeah, look at that. No shirt, man. That's funny, huh? Some people like Harry Potter. I like hairy chest. This is their third album, Closer to Home. Fantastic. And there they are playing live. And I thought I would show their live album, Grand Funk Live. This is really great. I had some of their albums after that, Survival, and I don't know. I just don't like... I'm not going to listen to them. They were purged. Another three-piece, the Super Heroines. Fantastic albums. Fantastic band. Well, the album is good. It's not fantastic. I use that word too much. I saw them at Al's Bar, and they blew me away, man. And the bass player here, Sandra Day, she just had so much charisma on stage. Just fantastic. And one more three-piece. This is Bitch Witch. You got Charles Manson and the Manson Girls. And here's the band right here. And they're from Spain, I believe. And they got two vocalists. I think both females sing. And one of them, she's manic. She sounds just out of her head. I mean, like she's a crazed Manson girl, you know? It's really cool to listen. And if you follow the Quran, I didn't think about this, but both of these bands, they got one male and two females. And if you follow the Quran, I guess it's actually a two-piece band, because in the Quran, a woman is only a half of a male. Jimi Hendrix Experience, the best three-piece band of all time. This is a twofer. It's got their first album, Are You Experienced? And it's got their second album, Axis Bold as Love, which probably is my favorite, just because that's the one that I listened to the most when I first got it, and I just played the hell out of that album. I remember Mark, I'll just say Mark, my friend Mark came over in 6th grade, and he brought over the U.S. version of Are You Experienced, which I do have a copy of that. And he put it on, and I'd never heard him. And I go, man, this guy can't even sing, you know? That was my initial reaction. But later, within a year, probably a year later, they were my favorite band, damn near. And this is a bootleg, live at the Forum. I thought I would show that. Really cool cover of which I think is the best three-piece band ever. And then the next thing he wants you to do is show a trifold. Now, I don't know if this was an album that opens up into 3 panels or a triple album. But so I thought I would do the triple album. And the first one that came to mind is the Jimi Hendrix live at Hollywood, live at Woodstock. And I did save the Shrink. And this one does open up into a trifold, or whatever you want to call it. Fantastic set. Jimi Hendrix live at Woodstock. And another one, Jefferson Airplane live at Woodstock. This is actually great too. And it's a triple album. And it opens up, but it's in the Shrink. It is open. I keep it in the Shrink. And when I want, you can look at that. You can take the Shrink off, and you can put the Shrink back on, you know. This next one is one that's probably not as well known as those other trifolds. And this is the album Psychedelic Moods. A mind-expanding phenomena by the deep. Now, this is actually the first album that had the word psychedelic in the title. Now, some people are going to say it was the 13th Floor Elevators. Actually, this album and the 13th Floor Elevators album came out the same month, and I believe this one preceded it by 1 week. But no one knows for sure, but that's what I think. And yeah, it's a psychedelic album. It's not a great album. It's really cool. The liner notes here are pretty funny. And it's the first album is the original album. The second album is alternative versions and take ones and twos and that type of thing. And side D is the Inner Sanctum, which is what this guy wanted to do. He wanted to start this new band, the Inner Sanctum, but I don't believe they only recorded that one side worth of material. And then the third album is more alternate takes of the original. Now this album, it opens up, it's really thick cardboard, and it opens up like this. One record's in here, one's in there, and this really doesn't fit in either side without putting too much stress on the, So I keep it in the middle. It's kind of a shitty design for that purpose. And this is the Psychedelic Soul, the Freak Scene. This is their, the same guys, their follow-up band. This is a really good psych album. Recently I bought Ore. I didn't buy it. I did buy it from the Metal Theologian. And this here is a record store day. It's And Oregon by Alexander Spence. And I bought this, I had this before I had the original album. And this is also opens up into a trifold. And this is really cool. I dig this album. It's really sparse. He plays all the instruments. He was the original drummer for Jefferson Airplane. He left the band, and the manager of Jefferson Airplane, I guess they booted him. And he convinced this guy to start his own band, Moby Grape. And Jefferson Airplane were smart in letting them guys go. Turned out Alexander Spence, or Skip Spence, was a flake. And the manager was a big ripoff. They ripped off Moby Grape. And that probably the same thing would have happened to Jefferson Airplane. And my last one is a Grant Green, Funk in France. And this is a record store day. And I didn't take it out, but I guess I will. And this one I don't care for that much. It's okay. I haven't purged it because, I haven't had it that long. I don't really know it that well. Really nice packaging. But, I don't know. It's just not my thing. So, I'm going to end on a bummer of a record. Anyways, take care. Subscribe to Jason. I'm going to leave a link to his channel. He does a live stream every Friday. The live stream I enjoy his live stream immensely. I joined the guys the first 3. I missed the last 2 because conflicting schedules. I will be there this Friday. And yeah, check him out. Subscribe to him and check out the live stream. It's really fun. A little bit too much burping for my taste. But yeah, a lot of drinking. And Dr. October, he did it last Friday because Jason wasn't able to do it. I'm not going to bag on Jason because I wasn't there myself. But yeah, Dr. October did it. And he's in Europe. It's like 1, 2 in the morning over there and he's doing it, But yeah, if you want to see a bunch of idiots talking and getting drunk, that's the live stream for you. Take care, everybody. Dawkins sucks.